What's up, Barn fam, and welcome to the Olympic weightlifting series. We're going to start with the snatch today. We're going to go piece by piece, kind of give you guys a better perspective of what the lift looks like, how it breaks down, and what you can be working on to help yourself get better at the Olympic lifts, being the snatch, clean, and the jerk. So today we're going to start off with the snatch. We're going to talk about the first pull, okay, the lift-off portion of the snatch, which is what the bar goes from the ground to about the knee height. We're also going to talk a little bit about the setup. So everything's going to start here with the grip. You can see I move my hands out to where the bar sits comfortably in my waistline. All right, I can kind of lift my legs and the bar doesn't move. All right, that's kind of the landmarks that we want to find with the barbell here. Making sure our grip and our wrists are turned back in. If we tend to over grip, the barbell will slide off of your hands, and as you get stronger and do lots of reps, it'll start to create tears in your kind of towards your pinky finger there. Now, another thing that's important to note about the grip is that we always want to try to, as much as we can, use hook grip. All right, and what this is where we're going to press the webbing of our thumb into the bar. We'll take our first finger. We'll try and be just below the knuckle of the thumb there. Second finger, if you are able to, wraps around the tip of the thumb. And then our last two fingers play a strong supporting role onto the bar. Anytime we're doing the Olympic lifts, it's a good idea to use the hook grip where we can. Next, let's talk about foot position. Now, everybody's going to be very different when it comes to your foot position. It's very much a comfort thing. Kind of a rule of thumb to get an idea of where to start with your feet. Generally, we can say jump 3 times, and wherever you land, wherever the width of your feet land at, is going to be a good idea of where to keep your feet. Now, everybody's going to be different. Me personally, I'm on a bit of the extreme end. I like to get my feet in where my shins are into the knurling here. You can be all the way in. I mean, there's been instances even at the top level of weightlifting with a super tight foot gripping like this. So anywhere in there is going to be totally fine. It's very much personal preference. Now, instances where we would change foot position, there's not a lot. Now, just about the biggest one, the most common one where we would adjust somebody's foot position is where we've worked a lot on getting the knees out of the way of the bar, and somebody's worked on it, they're getting in good knee and hip positions, but the knees just won't get out of the way, then it might be time to look at changing foot position. Foot position can also have an effect on kind of the angles that our hips get into our finish. So they do down the chain cause a lot of issues, but initially it's more of a comfort thing. So find a foot position you're comfortable with, start there. Now that we have our hands and our feet in good position, let's talk about posture and the actual setup. So when I'm going to approach the bar, I'm going to work on one, go ahead and closing the gap between the bar and my body. That's one thing we're going to talk about quite a bit, is keeping the bar as close as we can at all times. I don't want to let the bar separate. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and put my shins right next to my bar with my foot position that we just figured out. Then I'm going to sink my hips back and down and get into a setup position to where I'm comfortably able to fully grip the bar. All right, so we'll just go down, we'll just grab the bar first. Now, once I'm here, a couple things we want to make note of. I want to be able to keep my weight firmly centered in my foot. All right, so right in the middle of our foot, and you know you're fully centered if you can have 3 points of contact in the foot. We can grip our heel to the ground with our pinky toe and our big toe. We should be able to squeeze the ground between all of those and create a good, nice arched foot and a strong ankle. All right, that's going to make sure we're balanced and we're not getting too far one way or another. Another key landmark that we want to have whenever we're in the setup is that we want shoulders stacked right over the bar. All right. If we get too far forward, it can cause overcorrection. If we get too far back, it's almost always going to cause an overcorrection. So make sure we're working shoulders right over the bar. If you're unsure, have somebody come take a look at you. All right. We want to be centered. Everything wants to be very centered, right? We're talking about taking an object that's in front of us and trying to get it on top of us. It's a very small window we're trying to get the bar into. So if we're unbalanced, we're kind of using our body weight to counteract the bar, it's going to create varying loads. It's going to create not so desired outcomes. As mentioned, shoulders and hips need to go up at the same rate, okay? And what this does, it keeps us balanced over the bar, like we talked about having balance in setup. It keeps us balanced through that first pull, which is what we need. So from our setup, we'll pull, and we want to see shoulders and hips rise at the same rate. We don't want to see hips rising first or shoulders rising first. You can see hip rising first. Gets my knees back too far, it's going to pitch my weight forward with the bar. Hips rising first is going to jam my knees into the bar, not giving me a clean first pull to the knee. Now, it's important in the first pull that we understand that speed isn't really a factor. It's all about positioning. We want to get in a strong position to produce a lot of power. All right, thanks for watching. So that's kind of the first portion of our snatch technique series here. Now, if you have any questions, I would like you to ask for them below. This is just simply a dust over, an overview. This is a view from 1,000 yards, right? Kind of what we want it to look like. Nothing can replace somebody looking at your technique and telling you what you need to fix. Okay, so take all of this as just pieces that we want to see it look like. Don't take everything as something that you're doing wrong, right? It's important that we're still listening to our coaches. So I hope this is kind of giving you some things to think about. Maybe you've been cued on something before, and this kind of helps you understand what that thing is. All right, our next part should be coming next week. Stay tuned. Thank you.